Sorry about that. Cannot hang up on mom. So, as I was saying, the mayfly, you tie the artificial flies. So if you go fly fishing, one of many types of flies are imitating mayflies, since they're water-loving flies, but they are incomplete metamorphosis. All right, we're back. I clicked on the wrong button. Then we have gradual metamorphosis, where there isn't something as dramatic as a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, which is a complete metamorphosis we'll get to in a minute. It is a gradual metamorphosis. Unlike the silverfish, which is a metamorphosis, in gradual metamorphosis, we have these small multiple metamorphic steps. So at each time they molt, at each of the stages of development, they go through a part of the metamorphic change. But the changes are sufficiently significant to call them a true type of metamorphosis. It just doesn't happen all at once. Pieces of the metamorphic change occur during their nymph stage development. Again, the example, a stink bug, a true bug, and the nymph is the name of the young. And then the ones we mostly know, the complete metamorphosis, and most of you probably know it with moth and butterfly larvae, otherwise known as caterpillars. And the other example are the Diptera, or the flies. And flies are laid as eggs that turn into larvae, just like caterpillars, as we call them, are actually scientifically called larvae. And then they turn into the pupa. The pupa is a non-mobile stage of development in the chrysalis or cocoon of a moth or butterfly. They're a pupa. They're non-mobile, very vulnerable at that stage, and then they come out of the pupa becoming adults. Beetles also go through complete metamorphosis. And maybe something that some of you have seen before, let's say we do beetle, no, I'm gonna do mealworm. Mealworm, the adult, and the larvae. I should be able to get some pictures. Maybe you've seen mealworms. If you've ever raised any kind of reptile, some fish, some birds, mealworms are a great food source for certain pets. They're actually edible to humans too, but I don't know too many humans that really want to be popping mealworms. But they are complete metamorphosis, and here are the three stages. The larvae, which starts out as no more than like an 1/8-inch piece of human hair. They're so small. And when they get to a certain size, they pupate. There's the pupa, and it can't move very well. Is there a better picture? Here's a better picture of one of the pupae. It just is this bizarre looking thing that will eventually metamorphosize into the adult. Ah, there's a good one as well. Eggs, larvae, pupae, adult. Beetles. So there are numerous examples of complete metamorphosis in the insect world. And so here I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. Exposed mouth parts, wingless. Don't worry about this. If you're interested in entomology, you can take a look at this, but these are the kinds of things an insect specialist, an entomologist, would be looking at to identify insects. The different body parts, like the caudal filaments, what are those? I don't care for this class, but you're looking at how the wings bend, what kinds of body parts they have. Here is the naiad of the mayfly, and it might look like it's underwater because it is an underwater insect. The naiad lives in the water, and you can see the expanded gills there of the mayfly naiad. Great hunters. Excuse me, not great hunters. Fish love to eat these. The hunters are the other ones, which we'll get to in a second. Sorry about that. The Odonata actually are the hunters. Odonata are the damselflies and dragonflies. The damselflies have wings that come back over the body. The dragonflies have wings that come out at a right angle, roughly, to the body, and they cannot flex them over. And their young are also in the water. Here you can see the hunting damselfly and dragonfly. They are really great hunters. Again, winged, secondary wingless. Don't worry about all of this, but this is, again, types of ways that entomologists, insect specialists categorize these different groups or organize them in taxonomic or Latin naming keys. Grasshoppers, very important agricultural pest in many parts of the world. It's a little too chilly here. We don't get them right near the coast, but you don't have to go far. You go to Hollister, King City, and they got lots of grasshoppers. You go into the Central Valley, lots of grasshoppers. Not as many as I remember as a kid, but certainly insect populations are way lower than when I was a kid due to all of the pesticide use over the last 50 years. There has been a huge decrease in insect pollinations on Earth. But there's the Orthoptera. And hold on just 1 second, I'll be right back.